Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Mr. Fantastic, and boy, is that a misnomer. It's just it's Mr. Fantastic, which is like not the most interesting character design ever, so I don't fault them for that. It's fine, but the parts they chose to use on this guy, honestly, not fantastic, more like acceptable. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just, it's okay. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just shy of 6.5 inches, which makes him just about 16.5 centimeters, right around there. And he's got pretty odd proportions. Relatively long upper body for the shorter legs. Doesn't look very much like an older gentleman. Looks more like a little kid, proportionally speaking. So I don't know. It's not great. The arms feel very big compared to the legs. I don't think your arms should be the same size as your legs, and that's kind of what they are. And it just throws off the overall look. If you don't mind that, I don't think you're going to mind most of the rest of it, so that's a good thing for you. It does have a very basic paint job. We have the black painted on for the gloves, the neck, the belt, and the boots. It's all just paint, and it's done well enough. I mean, there's no blue peeking through, and the lines are pretty clean, so that's okay. The 4 on his chest, while it's not completely centered properly, it's done pretty well otherwise, so that's okay. And then for the face, it'll do. The sculpt is okay. The hair does have the gray paint on there, no shading otherwise. Mine has some leprosy spots, but otherwise, it's okay. It's not bad. As far as accessories go, we have the interchangeable arms, and that's not necessarily a good thing because as a result of that, I have an incredibly loose arm on this guy, so that's a problem. It's not entirely loose. It does have a few ratchets in there that are functional, but for about 40 degrees, it's definitely floppy. You don't want 40 degrees of flop, honestly speaking. So we do have the bendy arms, and they're basically the same exact pose on either side, which isn't necessarily the best thing. Let's see if I can hold them in the center of the frame. That would be good. And they're okay. I feel like at least one of these was used before. I thought he had a different hand for one side, but maybe these are both used before. Maybe neither of them are. I can't remember. The sculpt is okay. But the plastic is way too stiff for the wire. They're barely posable at all. They're almost worthless. So you have your swivel and your shoulder hinge, and you'll see when I do the photos. But you can't really do anything with these bendy arms. They're really just extended arms. There's a little bit of ability to bend them right here at the thin spot, but otherwise they're almost worthless. So that's a problem. And since you only have the arms, it makes the figure look pretty goofy, I have to be honest. Without having the extended torso or legs or anything else, you end up with just the arms, and that's going to really limit what you can do with this guy. He's going to just be able to, like, hold something, I guess, or reach out for somebody, like he wants a hug. I don't know. It feels very half-assed to me, and that's not necessarily a big deal because I don't really care about Mr. Fantastic, but I don't know. I was hoping it was going to be better. I'm still leaning towards my older Mr. Fantastic for this, whereas Invisible Lady and Fire Guy were both significantly better in these recent releases. This guy doesn't feel like much of an upgrade. We do also get whatever this is. Some kind of little gray calculator, cell phone. I don't know what this is. So we have that. As far as articulation goes, you won't be too surprised what we have here. We have a hinge at the neck, which looks up very nicely. Looks down very nicely. The head sits on the body properly. That's good. Full rotation. Little bit of attitude. You can lean it just a little bit. Shoulders, standard ball hinge. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to go. Yeah, there we go. Really good range. That's good. A little stiff, but it'll work. That's what she said. Full rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. It doesn't want to go either. There we go. Double jointed elbow works. Wrist swivel and a hinge fist on this side. Gripping hand, technically a trigger finger hand on this side. Everything else functions the same. Ab crunch, barely leans back. Leans forward a little bit. It's a really high ab crunch because the torso is really elongated. This part down here should be about half as long as it is. Also, that's what she said. So you cut this right in half and it'd be much better proportionally speaking. Scale the whole thing up just like 2% and you'd be fine. But you do have a waist twist, which is fine. The hips go out to the side pretty well, surprisingly well. And then pretty much all the way forward, just a little bit back. You have your thigh swivel, double jointed. That's not an elbow. Almost said elbow. It's a knee. They did paint the blue here and not the black, and I think that's true. No, they painted the black. Wait, which part's painted? They painted the black for the forearms, and there's blue peeking through. I just noticed it. They painted the blue on the legs. Make up your mind. This is better. This is better. You paint black, not blue. This bluish green does not match this bluish green, so that's a bummer. Ankles work really nicely, though. Let's try to stay on task. Go very nice forward, very nice back, and your ankle rocker is actually pretty square. So that's nice. Yeah, it's overall fine. I think fine's a good word for it. Is it exciting? Definitely not. Is it disappointing? Only if you wanted something that was going to be really exciting, which it's not. So maybe it could be disappointing. It's not bad. It's okay. Mediocre is the way to go for Mr. Fantastic, which is ironic. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have new videos up almost every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.